From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the News 8 Daily 8 Podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update.
Hi, this is Hannah Mordeau, and this is your News 8 Daily for Friday, May 22nd. It is Carb Day and almost time for the Indy 500. I know there is a lot going on this weekend. There's the parade tomorrow, and that means weather is ever so important. It's also like the end of school for a lot of kids, and summer break's about to start. So here's Marcus Bailey with what you need to know today and this weekend, because there are rain chances.
Here's kind of the 4-day planner for you here. It's not the best looking forecast, that's for sure. It's going to be a cool day. We do know that. 66, and again, rain is a certainty, especially as we get later on into the day. Saturday, maybe just a few showers in the morning in eastern Indiana, but I think we're going to be okay for the parade or if you're heading out to Legends Day. Here's race day. We're going to have some scattered showers and storms around. Now, we're going to have some luck on our side, hopefully. All right, I don't see crazy widespread rain. Today is definitely going to be the best opportunity for rain, but there will be several rain chances at times on race day, so we're going to have our little bit of luck. And then Memorial Day, I'm going to keep us dry, 80. There might be a few showers down in southern portions of the state, but here in central Indiana, we should be relatively quiet for the holiday on Monday. A lot of cloud cover overhead, and this is going to be the rule for the majority of the day today. We are waiting on these showers that are taking shape right now along this boundary, which is going to start kicking into gear as a warm front move north. Rain into Kentucky and Tennessee, and that's going to lift into Indiana. Rain chances really increases. I was just mentioning to Cody, anytime after lunchtime, it's gradual. Look, 1, 2 o'clock, it's not super high yet. And remember, cars on track from 11 to 1. We might be able to get practice in okay. It's going to be everything after that's going to be iffy. All right, pit stop competition, the Weenie 500. Certainly the concerts at 4 are probably going to be wet. So just grab rain gear if you're going to be heading out to the track. Numbers are going to struggle. I think mid-60s is the best that we can do through the afternoon hours for today.
Central Indiana. Wish TV is now live on YouTube TV and Hulu Live, offering more hours of local programming than any other station. Search for Wish TV or look for CW8 on both YouTube TV and Hulu Live to find us. Watch local news, sports, and lifestyle shows live from Wish TV. You can still catch Wish TV free over the air or stream it live on wishtv.com and on the free Wish TV mobile apps. Wish TV, available in more places for the latest news, weather, and sports.
Today is Carb Day, the greatest party in racing. The gates open at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway at 8 this morning. Then there's a final practice for the Indy 500 at 11. The second annual Oscar Mayer Weenie 500 is at 2 this afternoon. And the annual pit stop competition is at 2:30. The day wraps up with the Carb Day concert, the Counting Crows. They're headlining. That starts at 4 this afternoon. Two-time NASCAR Cup Series champion and back-to-back Brickyard 400 winner Kyle Busch has died. His family and team announced that he passed away on Thursday. Earlier, Busch's family had said he was hospitalized with a severe illness and could not race in Charlotte at the Coca-Cola 600 this weekend. An official cause of death, though, has not been released. Busch won 234 NASCAR National Series races, the most wins of any other driver. IMS and IndyCar president Doug Bowles released a statement after Busch's death. He says in part, he was a fan favorite, loved for his competitive spirit and passion. He understood what racing and winning at Indianapolis means. Our thoughts and deepest sympathies are with his wife, the entire Busch family, and the entire NASCAR family. Former Indy 500 winner Alexander Rossi will be back in the driver's seat today for the first time since crashing during Monday's practice. Officials have cleared Rossi to drive, and his team says he will be in the final practice session today. Rossi is healing after surgery on his right ankle and one of his fingers on his left hand. Rossi says he will be on crutches until race day.
I am cleared to race. I will have to be on crutches because it's a non-weight bearing injury, but fortunately to drive a race car, you don't have to bear weight. Range of motion's good. Pain is minimal. Swelling, as you can see, I fit into my race boot, so we're good to go.
Rossi will drive his backup car for the 500. He is set to start at 2 on Sunday. Nearly a dozen historic race cars, including 9 Indy 500 winning cars, will be in Sunday's historic car lap. News 8's Garrett Berquist shows us what it takes to get those cars ready for the lap.
These cars are truly something special. Every single one of them once raced here at IMS, and most of them won the Indianapolis 500. For the fans and for the people who work on these cars, they are a tangible link to the Brickyard's past.
And to be able to work on and actually see run cars that I remember from my childhood is pretty special.
11 cars spanning more than a century of Indy 500s.
We try to choose cars based on their anniversary of when they won. We can't always do that because some years are a little light, but this year's cars ending that won in years ending in 1 or 6.
Rosenau's team has spent the past few days getting the cars ready for a shakedown lap. This ensures they're ready to go on race day morning.
We've done a lot of work on this car recently. Mechanically, it's got a fresh engine in it and a few other things done to it.
He says his team sometimes has to make their own period-correct replacement parts.
You can't just run down to the national dealer or the Miller dealer and get parts for your car. You have to make things. So we spend a lot of time making parts for the cars, or we source parts from their original source. A lot of our cars have aircraft parts on them.
This year marks 40 years since Bobby Rahal drove this March 86C into victory lane. Rosenau was at that race. He would soon embark on a long career in IndyCar and at the IMS Museum.
I remember watching this car run around the track, and I remember all the stories that came along with it and everything else. And to be actually put hands on the car, and I've actually driven this car as well when we do our shakedown runs. It's a pretty special moment. I never imagined back then that I would be involved in something like this.
It's like home, you know. It's thankfully I can get in and get back out, you know, after 40 years.
Rahal himself will drive the car on Sunday morning.
And I think it's in the right place, being taking care of the right people, and it's great to be able to share it with so many people, you know, year in and year out. So I'm real pleased that I get to get in it, you know, every now and then, especially here on the 500 weekend, and get to, you know, kind of cruise around and relive some of the memories.
And you'll be able to relive those memories just before 11 a.m. on race day. At Indianapolis Motor Speedway, I'm Garrett Bergquist for Wish TV and WishTV.com.
IndyCar is a tight-knit group. Drivers know a lot about each other. Angela Morian shares their thoughts in this year's edition of Driver Superlatives.
Why is every answer willpower?
Hey guys, ready right here?
Most likely to win an eating contest.
Kiffin, Simpson. This guy, it's like crazy.
Everything he eats, everything.
But like the volume he eats, it's incredible.
Oh, that's true actually. Yeah, we get these little driver meals each day. He goes through about 3 of them. So yeah, he gets after it. He's a grown boy.
Stingray Rob.
Why?
I just feel like he's good at many things no one knows about. Probably me, to be honest. I can eat a lot of food. I went to Fogo de Chao last night and I just ate the house down, so it was great.
I'll tell you exactly who the answer is, and it's not close, it's Takuma Sato. I've never seen a human being eat more meat in one seat, you know, and like you look how tiny he is, and it actually, frankly, kind of me off.
Who's the best singer?
Best singer? I think it's willpower.
Will loves to sing, though. He's not a good singer. I just put him under the loves to sing category.
When you get a couple adult beverages in him, Joseph will belt some Nickelback out there. I've seen that before. That's been very funny.
Is he good?
Absolutely not.
Most likely to be a superhero villain.
Willpower. He's got the eyes, they're intense. Like some weird is happening with Willpower's eyes. You know, he's like zapping people with them.
I'm gonna say Christian Rasmussen. No reason. No, we're gonna leave it with no context.
No. Not me. I'm a
Nolan Siegel. Really? Yeah, I think he's too nice sometimes that it's fake.
Maybe I need people to see the mean side every once in a while.
Worst texter, honestly, it'd probably be Kirkwood because he's on a boat half the time and I'm sure he doesn't have service.
I've got Starlink. That's not true. I just don't text him back, sorry.
Marcus Armstrong. I still have 7 texts that he hasn't responded to. I just keep texting him like I'm a crazy psycho. And I think it's now a joke, like he will never, like I thought we were friends and now I'm actually questioning our friendship.
Most likely have road rage.
Ooh. Romain Grosjean, maybe?
Romain Grosjean. Oh yeah, for sure.
Road rage, I actually don't.
You don't have road rage?
No.
I may flick a bird to someone, but that's about it.
Angela Morian, Wish TV and WishTV.com.
The 70th annual 500 Festival Parade revs up tomorrow. It's happening downtown with the festivities kicking off at 11:45. Parade starts at noon and begins at the intersection of Pennsylvania and North Street. It will feature local leaders, athletes, bands, giant balloons, and all 33 Indy 500 drivers. Don't forget, Wish TV has you covered for the 110th running of the Indianapolis 500. We will be live inside and outside the track starting at 5 on race day morning. Cody and I are going to be live on the pits for you. We're going to give you behind-the-scenes access from pit lane, gasoline alley, and, of course, the snake pit, too. I won't be there, luckily. Hear from the drivers, officials, and stories to get you ready to enjoy the 500. And please check in anytime through noon Sunday, race day. We have a lot of fun. You can watch us on Wish TV or stream us on WishTV.com. Happening today, you can commemorate fallen service members from Indiana at the American Legion 500 Festival Memorial Service. It's happening at the Indiana War Memorial at noon. Ceremony will include guest speakers, United States Armed Forces members, the playing of taps, and a flyover. News 8's Phil Sanchez will host the event. If you can't make it to the service in person today, you can watch it right here on Wish TV on Monday morning. We will air the service at 10 in the morning. Indiana Attorney General Todd Rokita and Senator Jim Banks are calling for Secretary of State Diego Morales to end his bid for re-election. Morales has faced criticism for buying luxury SUVs, going on international trips while in office, and his use of no-bid contracts. Rokita says Morales has created a pattern of public controversies that you do not see with other elected officials.
He's done a good job, and I can say that as a former Secretary of State, but he's also had self-inflicted wounds that bring into question his ability to be elected this fall.
Rokita and Banks are now endorsing Max Engling for Secretary of State. Engling currently works for Senator Banks and has previously ran for Congress. Morales issued a statement saying he welcomes more competition in the race, but he is not dropping out. House Republicans have delayed plans to vote on an Iran war powers resolution until June. The legislation would limit President Trump's war powers as the conflict in Iran continues. Republicans called off the vote yesterday as they were on the verge of losing to defeat the bill because some lawmakers were absent. Republicans are also working to make sure they have the votes to dismiss another war powers resolution that advanced to a final vote earlier this week. Indiana ranks 8th worst in the country for scam calls and texts, but a new study shows that the volume of fraud calls and texts is actually going down. iTeam's Kara Kenny looks into why it's falling and how you can protect yourself.
I hear from so many of you about scam texts and calls. AI is making them even more believable, and one reason why you may start to soon get fewer of them. AI is shifting the game. Scammers are now prioritizing quality over quantity. A new report from Truecaller found a decline in scam call volume over the past few months.
And so they don't need as many calls as they once did, because they can actually use AI and build profiles and say, I know something about Kara already.
Scammers can use AI to mine social media and find out where you live, your alma mater, where you work, and even medical conditions you have. Plus, scammers can use AI to write the perfect script.
I don't have to launch thousands of calls. I just become very, very targeted and hyper-personalized, and the scale of the fraud is increasing while the volume of calls goes down.
Truecaller is a company that can filter out scam calls. Ironically, they use AI to fight AI.
So we can detect a synthesized voice versus a real voice. It has a different waveform.
Linda Barron of Carmel says it doesn't seem like scam calls are going down at all.
I got 3 different calls about my pain. Hello? What's this regarding, please?
Android offers a free version of Truecaller. iOS requires a paid subscription. Also, check with your wireless carrier. Many offer scam call blocking technology. And one last tip, do this. Put your phone down and do not answer for phone numbers you don't recognize. That will only tell the scammer you have a live number and you're willing to talk. Kara Kenny, iTeam.
2 crimes within the last week, a deadly shooting and a string of robberies in Indianapolis, are raising concerns about what young people are doing late at night. It's an issue we're shining a light on through our YATVAC initiative that stands for Youth Alternatives to Violence and Crime. News 8's Malia Van Ostrin spoke with IMPD about their message to parents.
Positive, fun activities. Give them something to do to keep them busy so that they're not out here being disruptive or getting in harm's way.
That message comes after a deadly night on the city's southeast side where 17-year-old Armonte Haddix was killed. Officers say Wednesday night they found 2 juveniles shot on Iowa Street near Talbot Street. Both were rushed to the hospital where Haddix died.
Right now, 2 families are going through a very, very traumatic time. This should not happen in our city. We're asking parents to talk to their kids, make sure they know where they're at all times.
I don't believe there's a known suspect at this time. We do have some pretty good leads that we're following up on, so anybody with any information is encouraged to come forward.
Police say the shooting comes just days after they arrested 3 juveniles. Police accuse them of armed robbery, breaking into vehicles, and burglarizing a local business. IMPD says detectives recovered a backpack full of merchandise and a black airsoft gun. Hibschman says the juveniles are lucky it wasn't worse.
These victims that they're victimizing with these fake guns, they have no idea that they're fake, right? These things look real. That is an incredibly dangerous situation. And again, it's just teaching our kids. We got to teach them right from wrong. They have to know how dangerous and how risky this is. This crime is preventable. We need people to step up. It's going to take more than law enforcement intervention.
The reminder comes as the temporary summer curfew is now in effect. Police say the goal is to keep young people out of harm's way. In Indianapolis, I'm Aaliyah Van Ostrand for Wish TV and WishTV.com.
Fever star Caitlin Clark is listed as probable for tonight's game against the Golden State Valkyries. Clark missed the game on Wednesday because of back pain. ESPN is reporting that the WNBA issued a warning to the Fever after Clark was initially left off the injury report for Wednesday's game. Teams must report any injuries or absences the day prior to a game by 5 p.m. Fever take on the Valkyries at home tonight. Tip-off is set for 7:30 this evening. The Indianapolis airport says more than 70,000 people are expected to fly out of Indy for the holiday weekend starting today through Monday. Airport officials say Monday will be the busiest day with nearly 23,000 passengers expected to leave. They say the heaviest times will be between 4 and 6 in the morning. They say you should go to the airport 2 hours before your boarding time and consider parking and transportation before you get to the airport. A record-setting number of Americans are expected to travel over the Memorial Day weekend. Reed Binion reports.
With the closure of Spirit, I've had to rebook all my flights that they canceled.
A former Spirit Airlines customer navigating Memorial Day travel without the discount carrier.
I'm flying like JetBlue, United, Delta, and my flight for today is for Frontier.
She's among tens of millions of people taking to the skies, the roads, the rails, and even the high seas for what AAA predicts will be a record for Memorial Day weekend travel. Between Thursday, May 21st and Monday, May 25th, AAA estimates 45 million people will travel 50 miles or more from home. Roughly 39 million of those people are expected to travel by car. Those drivers are facing the highest gas prices in nearly 4 years. According to AAA, the national average for a gallon of regular gas hit $4.56 Thursday. Gas Buddy projects the national average will be $4.48 a gallon on Memorial Day, which would be the second highest Memorial Day price on record. And there's nowhere to hide. AAA reports fuel is at or above $4 a gallon in all 50 U.S. states plus Washington, D.C., the first time that's happened since 2022. I'm Reed Binion for Wish TV and WishTV.com.
Because we love doing this show for you, but what we really, really love is doing the show with you. Now, I'll say to you what I've said to every audience for the last 11 years, and I have meant it every time. Have a good show. Thanks for being here.
That was part of the final opening monologue for The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. Last night's episode ended the show's 33-year run. Last year, CBS announced that the show would end due to economic reasons. That's despite Colbert leading the ratings in late-night TV. Final show was full of celebrity guests like Bryan Cranston, Paul Rudd, Tim Meadows, and Paul McCartney. McCartney joined Colbert and his band for the final song of the night, Hello, Goodbye. The Late Show was originally hosted by Indiana native David Letterman back in 1993. This has been your News 8 Daily from Wish TV. I'm Hannah Mordeau. Watch us on Wish TV and WishTV.com.
This is the News 8 Daily 8 podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update on demand. For even more, on demand and on the go. Connect with Wish TV on Facebook at WishTV.com and on the free Wish TV mobile app. Thank you for listening. And be sure to like, subscribe, and follow this podcast for updates every weekday morning on the All Indiana Podcast Network and wherever you get your podcast.